Grab the popcorn, embrace the nightmares. Welcome to Popcorn and Nightmares.
Well, I'm your host, Chisum.
I'm your host, Arya.
The movie that we will be reviewing is The Black Phone.
It is based on a short story by Joe Hill called The Black Phone.
Although The Black Phone was supposed to be set in North Denver, Colorado in 1978, almost the entire movie was filmed in and around Wilmington, North Carolina. The area was chosen because it offers neighborhoods that could be transformed into convincing 1970s suburb. Along with experienced film crew and production facilities, principal photography ran from February 9th to March 27th, 2021, under the working title Static.
So, yeah, some of the filming locations, obviously, Wilmington, North Carolina. Some of it took place at Screen Gem Studios, which is now Sin Space Studios in Wilmington. What were your expectations?
Oh, my expectations definitely met.
They were met?
Yep.
All right.
I loved the movie. It was so good, in my opinion.
Did it live up to the hype?
Yes.
What
Everybody would say it was so good on like TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff. And so I was like, oh, let me watch it. Let me see what's the hype. It was so good. Sorry, my bad.
What was your initial reaction?
Loved it.
Loved it.
What do you think?
I thought it was really good. Obviously,
yeah.
the story itself, it's scary. I mean, kids are getting kidnapped and killed. Not a great thing, but for the aspect of the filmmaking, it was done really well.
I like how there's no gory stuff. You know, it's like mostly just.
It's not a blood fest
Yeah.
gore. It's just simple scares. Yeah, I liked it. It was really good.
Yeah, if you watch it, don't worry about gore. There's like none.
Yeah, it's not a.
Doesn't rely on it.
Yeah, it's not a gory, bloody movie, and it's not a lot of CGI in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the film immediately creates a sense of unease with the string of child disappearances. The 1970s setting feels authentic and adds to the creepy atmosphere. The pacing is deliberate, letting the audience settle into the world before the horror escalates. Let's introduce our characters. If you want to go ahead with
Finney. Finney comes across like as shy, vulnerable, and obviously easy to kidnap.
Gwen she steals the scenes early with her confidence, humor, and determination.
The grabber is very unsettling from his very first appearance because he seems oddly polite and rather unpredictable. Unpredictable rather than overtly violent.
So Mason Thames, who plays Finney, he delivers a believable and emotional performance.
Ethan Hawke is terrifying through subtle body language and voice rather than exaggerated villainy.
Madeline McGraw, who plays Gwen, she brings surprisingly emotional weight and energy. So like we were talking about, This is more psychological than gory. The basement, it instantly feels claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
The disconnected black phone is an intriguing mystery that hooks people right away. First impressions of it, what were yours?
First impressions when I first watched it? It made me cack. Actually made me more scared. Sometimes we'd go outside and then I'd be like, oh my god, I swear, please, nobody come and get me or something like that. Because
don't go near any black vans, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And don't help anybody that asks you to pick up their groceries.
I swear. One time, I'm not even joking right now, there was this black van and like something fell off of the van. Like it wasn't even funny. And I was like, oh, no. And then I was like running away. I was like, no.
Good.
And then I was like, we should go inside. Like, it's not funny. But it was just me and like Harley and Sky. So it wasn't really any. Yeah.
Definitely a good thing. Run away.
Oh, yeah. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, we're going to die. But yeah, we didn't, as you can tell.
You're still here.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job in the making of it.
Crap. Since like the usually like movies and TV shows, like for example, like a zombie apocalypse or something, and they'd like start really slow and they'd make something so boring and then just bam, like there's zombies everywhere. But for this show, like they actually like they didn't go straight into the kidnapping, but like they actually made like the story before the kidnapping like actually watchable because sometimes I'd like skip parts because they were so boring. But
Yeah.
no, not in this show. Nothing is a skip. No, 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 no. No.
No, so it was good. It was well made. Definitely, definitely took their time and did really good. It's
Mm-hmm.
fairly small budget too. So
Oh yeah, and what did they take? Like, yeah, not that much time. Oh,
no,
oh,
it was,
see.
it was a short production.
Yep.
All right, so the movie was released on September 25th, 2021 at Fantastic Fest,
Oh.
and it was released in the U.S. on June 24th, 2022.
Mm-hmm. Wow. A whole year later. The director was Scott Derrickson.
The cast is Mason Thames plays Finney Blake,
Madeline McGraw as Gwen Blake.
Jeremy Davies is Terrence Blake,
James Ranson as Max.
Ethan Hawke as the Grabber,
Gail Mora as Robin, my favorite character.
Tristan Provong as Bruce,
Brady Hepner as Vance.
Banks Rapetta as Griffin.
Jacob Morin as Billy. I think that's how you say it.
Had a budget of $16 to $18 million.
Box office was 161 million.
Had a runtime of 103 minutes.
Production company was Blumhouse Productions.
And it was distributed by Universal Pictures.
With a Rotten Tomato score of 81%, which is sad because it was really good.
It's a pretty good vote, though.
Should have been 100. Dude, that must be the best movie ever. Even got close to 100. If I had like 99, that'd be insane.
I think some of the movies that came out this year have gotten high scores.
I bet.
Hokum got a 90.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty good. But I like this way better than that. I thought it was way better.
Backrooms got 87.
Really? Dang, that sucks. Kinda. I just think a score of 80 is bad.
And Obsession got a 94.
Wow. Nice.
So this year we've had quite a few horror movies.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I like horror movies.
All right, the director's childhood. So the director, Scott Derrickson, grew up in Denver, northern Denver, in a rough blue-collar neighborhood. Yeah, the pervasive fear of serial killers during the 1970s, such as Ted Bundy, and personal experience with domestic and neighborhood violence heavily inspired the film's gritty, tense atmosphere. Derrickson has said he experienced violence, bullying, and the fear that came with children disappearing in that era. Those memories shaped everything from the neighborhoods to the relationships between the kids and even Finney's home life. The result is a horror film that feels surprisingly authentic instead of nostalgic for nostalgia's sake.
The Kidnapper's persona. In the original short story by Joe Hill, the Grabber was a clown. However, after the massive success of it, Hill and the filmmakers realized they needed a different angle to avoid direct comparisons. They changed his profession to a magical failed entertainer to give him a darker, more abstract feel.
So, some fun behind the scenes on the set. Ethan Hawke, despite playing a terrifying modern horror villain, Ethan Hawke made sure that the young cast felt safe. The lead character, Finney, or Mason Thames, revealed that after every intense and scary take, Hawke would immediately drop character, ask the young actor if he was okay, and give him a friendly noogie.
That's how you spell it? I didn't know that. The producer's phone prank, which was producer Jason Blum sent Derrickson a black phone in a display case after greenlighting the movie. When Derrickson moved to a new house in 2021, Blum secretly had an identical black phone wired into the basement wall. Derrickson recalled sitting in his living room one day and hearing the phone ring in the basement. He discovered Blum had rigged it to speed dial his own cell phone.
So Joe Hill, the writer of the short story, his father is Stephen King.
Really?
Hmm.
What the heck?
Yep.
Dude, imagine your father being Stephen King. Oh my god.
Sorry, where'd I go? Oh, so in a subtle hint to his father, the character Gwen is seen riding her bike in a yellow raincoat, identical to the one worn by Georgie in It.
The missing paperboy mentioned early in the film is a reference to the real-life 1982 unsolved disappearance of Johnny Ghosh, an Iowa paperboy.
Ethan Hawke almost turned this film down.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't interested in playing any villains just for the sake of being evil, but what convinced him was Derrickson's vision and emotional core of the story. Hawke also appreciated that the grabber wasn't over-explained. He believed keeping the character mysterious made him much scarier than giving audiences a detailed origin story.
The whole family actors. No, like I meant because the grabber's mask is actually multiple masks. One of the movie's most memorable elements wasn't a single mask. It was several interchangeable pieces. Legendary makeup effects artist Tom Savini and special makeup designer Jason Baker created a mask with different upper and lower sections that could be swapped out depending on the scene. The grabber's expression changes: smiling, frowning, angry, blank, disturbingly cheerful. The changing mask subtly reflects his mood without ever saying a word. Fun fact: many viewers don't realize the mask changes throughout the movie until a second viewing. I actually realized that. I was like, wait, wasn't his mask smiling before when I saw him frowning? But yeah.
Yeah, and I think when you first see it,
you don't really notice small things like that.
Yeah, when you first see the mask, it's covering his eyes, and then later he takes that part off.
But you haven't watched the Black Phone 2 yet. So in the Black Phone 2, I guess the mask, he wears it for so long it just gets attached to his face.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the, I think it was Gwen maybe? Mm-hmm. Or maybe Finney. It gets ripped off, and the bottom part gets ripped off, and his jaw detaches from his face. And he has no more skin, it's just all blood. But yeah, the Black Phone 2 was a little bit gory. Okay, not a little bit, it was quite a lot. Not much that it will really.
So the director instead of directing the young cast to act scared, he encouraged them to behave naturally and build genuine friendships. The chemistry is especially noticeable between Finney and Gwen. Their sibling relationship feels authentic because Derrickson focuses on emotional realism before horror.
Gwen was expanded dramatically. If you've only read Joe Hill's original short story, this might surprise you, but Finney's sister Gwen barely exists in the source material. The screenplay expanded her into one of the film's most emotional anchors, giving audiences someone outside the basement to follow while adding the supernatural dream element that many fans consider this one of the adaptation's biggest improvements. By the way, the Black Phone 2, it really focuses on Gwen.
I liked her. She did very good in the.
Oh yeah, she looks way different too in the Black Phone 2.
I seen that. She has shorter hair and everything.
Oh yeah, her hair's very short.
So the basement was designed basically to be another character. The production team intentionally avoided making the basement feel like a typical dungeon, and instead they wanted it to look ordinary.
Yeah, it does make it more unsettling.
Mm-hmm. Somehow makes it more unsettling. As the film progresses, you become more familiar with every corner of the room, making each escape attempt more suspenseful because you know exactly where everything is. All right, let's break it down. Let's walk through the story. So it's set, as we said, in Denver, in a suburb in 1978.
Mm-hmm.
It follows Finney, a shy, clever teenager dealing with bullies and an abusive home life, when the neighborhood is terrorized by the grabber, a masked child abductor and murderer. Finney is eventually lured into the back of a black van, imprisoned in a soundproofed empty basement. He finds a disconnected black rotary phone on the wall. Inexplicably, the phone begins to ring. Finney starts receiving calls from the spirits of the grabber's past victims, who want to ensure Finney doesn't suffer their same fate.
I'm sad Robin died.
Yeah, I like Robin. He's a good character.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to break down the opening scene?
Sure. The movie opens in North Denver, 1978, like we said, I think. immediately establishing its time period with vintage cars, neighborhood baseball games, clothing, and music. The setting feels like a normal suburban summer, but there's already an underlying sense of danger because children have been disappearing in the area. The first children we really meet is Bruce Yamada, a popular neighborhood kid who is playing baseball. He's talented, charismatic, and well liked by everyone around him. After hitting a home run, the audience gets a brief glimpse into his everyday life before he heads home alone. On his ride, Bruce is approached by a mysterious man, later known as, well, the Grabber. The man appears friendly and harmless, wearing a black top hat and carrying black balloons. He pretends to have accidentally dropped his groceries and asks Bruce for help picking them up. The encounter feels awkward rather than immediately threatening, but Bruce hesitates, but chooses to help. A decision that makes the scene all the more unsettling because it plays on ordinary kindness rather than obvious danger. As Bruce bends down, the camera never sensationalizes.
Sensationalizes.
Oh, sensationalizes what happens next. Instead, the film cuts away after implying the abduction, letting the audience imagine the horror rather than showing it directly. So it's like open.
Yep.
You can think anything happened.
Yep.
I don't remember seeing him grab the groceries. He was just riding his bike and he turned around and then it went black.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
It happened very, very fast.
Yes, definitely. Way faster. And so did Robbins. It was just
Robbins
him.
you just see him going towards the van and then it cuts away.
Didn't see him getting grabbed or nothing. Not even neither Bruce. We didn't see him getting grabbed, but he obviously did because they both died.
So this some major plot points of this movie. Obviously, the children are disappearing.
Oh.
We meet Finney. He's a 13-year-old boy with his younger sister Gwen. They have an abusive alcoholic father who's dealing with the death of their mother. Gwen has vivid psychic dreams that help, in the end, help the police find out where Finney's being held and everything. Well,
actually, no,
it
was the house across.
Technically, her dreams are telling them where the bodies are, but the house that he was in was across the street.
That sucks.
Her dad doesn't believe her. He actually gets mad at her, beats her, and tells her to stop with the visions.
I think he's just telling her that they're not real because that's what her mother would also tell him. Her mother would say, "Oh, I saw this, saw that," and he thinks that that's why she killed herself.
He feels that it's a big part of why the mother isn't there anymore. When Finney's kidnapped, it's after school. I think it's the first time in the movie we see him actually walk home by himself, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
Well, the first time we saw him walking with Gwen, and then Gwen went to a friend's house, I think.
Yep, she was staying at her friend's, and then he had to walk home alone, and that's when the grabber did it. He grabbed him.
What if Gwenny never went to her friend's house?
Right. He wouldn't have been kidnapped.
Or maybe they would have both been.
Yeah, Finney helps him. He knocks him unconscious. He wakes up in the soundproof basement.
Knocked him
unconscious.
I thought he sprayed something in his face.
Yes, but I think he has to end up hitting him.
Oh, because it didn't work.
Scratches him, or does he have him or scratch him with the pocket that he has?
Oh, my bad. Sorry,
No,
I haven't seen it.
It also is quick.
Very fast.
In that scene.
Oh my god, I'm getting everything wrong.
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But in the room that Finney wakes up in, the basement, that is, there's a mattress, a toilet, a locked door, and a disconnected phone on the wall. So the room, when you see it, there's the mattress that's bolted to the floor. You can't even move the frame or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The black phone is just to the right of it. There's actually a window that's
tiny.
It's very tiny.
Well, I think it's like there's bars.
There's bars over it, and it's very tall. And he basically has to jump to even touch it. The
rope didn't work when he was trying to get it there.
And the toilet is in technically a different room, sort of. There's a little hallway between the bathroom, or where the toilet is, and the mattress. And then, of course, the door leading upstairs, which is locked.
Oh.
So, immediately when they show the phone, they show that the phone is unplugged. The grabber even says that's disconnected, but
Hang
it still
up the
rings.
phone. That wasn't in. I think that was a deleted scene actually. But he yells at Finney to hang up the phone, and then he says, "Hang up the phone now." And that's one of the clips that most people, a lot of people on TikTok are like putting their thing, but looking into videos, they're like, "Oh, your mom's trying to sleep, and she catches you on the phone, and she tells you to hang it up." It's pretty funny. But sorry, my bad.
So as soon as the phone starts ringing, Vinny gets a call from Bruce, Billy, Robin, Griffin, and Vance.
Doesn't he let it ring at first or something?
He doesn't answer it right away because
He
grabber tells
probably
him.
doesn't know.
The grabber says it rings, but no. That's right. The grabber did say anytime it rings, I pick it up and nobody's on the other end. So he tells it he thinks it's just static electricity making it ring.
Oh, yeah.
But each ghost shares information they learned before dying, helping Finney survive and slowly build an escape plan.
Do you want me to say that? Outside the basement, Gwen experiences increasingly detailed dreams that reveal clues about the kidnappings. She becomes convinced Finney is still alive and repeatedly oh my god. Can I just restart? Outside the basement, Gwen experiences increasingly detailed dreams that reveal clues about the kidnappings. She becomes convinced Finney is still alive and repeatedly tries to convince the police to investigate her visions.
Okay. So the grabber, he plays mind games. Rather than constantly threatening Finney, the grabber plays psychological games. He talks about a game he calls the Naughty Boy game, testing whether Finney will attempt to escape.
I think that's how Vance died.
Was it? I think so. That's what he said.
Because
he's the one that told him about it, wasn't it? I think he's the one that initially tells him.
I think. Might have been. It was one of the boys who got beat to death. That's what I know.
His unpredictable personality makes him even more terrifying because neither Finney nor the audience knows what he'll do next.
It's scary.
You can read that one if you like.
Every ghost helps build the escape. Oh, crap. So all of the spirits of the boys helps build the escape. Each of the spirits contributes one piece of the puzzle. Digging a hole, breaking part of the wall, learning about the learning about the basement layout, saving food, teaching Finney how to fight. Individually, none of the plans worked, but together they create the blueprint for Finney's eventual escape.
Robin, Finney's friend from school and one of the victims, he tells him that you're tougher than you think. Robin also teaches him how to throw a proper punch and gives Finney the confidence he has lacked throughout the film. In a scene, you see him because he tells him to pack the phone with dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Because in old-time phones, you could take off where the receiver was where you'd speak, and then in the earphone part where you'd listen, you can take those pieces off, and he packed it full of dirt so he could hit him, give it a little more of a whop, a little more of a heaviness.
Yeah, because isn't it just basically nothing in there?
Yeah, no.
It's just probably wires or something, but there's no wires because it's not wired, I guess.
There is wires, but there's not a lot of. It made it more heavy, give it a little bit more of a.
Make it hurt more, I guess.
Gwen finds
and then he strangled him.
Oh, he strangled him with the cord. Phones used to have a cord on them. You couldn't walk away from it.
Not like I can now.
So Gwen's vision eventually leads the police to a house where the victims are buried. However, it is revealed that this is the grabber's previous home, not where Finney is being held.
That was very smart of the grabber.
Other than, I don't know why his brother was there. I would have had my brother stay across the street then.
I wouldn't kill my brother either. He just said, my God.
Meanwhile, Finney.
And then he blames it on Finney.
That's true. He frames him.
That's crazy.
Finney was being held across the street.
And doesn't he just leave him there too? He just leaves the body of his brother there. Oh, that's who Max was.
What?
His name was Max. The brother. Oh my God.
Oh, his brother was Max.
Crazy guy.
He was a drug addict.
He was trying to search for the grabber. But turns out his brother was the grabber, his own brother.
He was doing his own little true crime situation in his house, and he called the cops, and they came over, and he told them, "Look, I almost found him, and look, he's in this vicinity." And then
Turns out he's sitting right under him. Well, technically not right under him, where he was at, because the living room is not right under it. But
the police looked down and saw that he was doing cocaine, and they thought,
Oh.
"I can't believe this guy.
whoa,
He's doing drugs."
the heck? That's a cool star emoji.
Gwen finds my house. Finney. So in the end,
That's what we said.
he said in the end, Finney he
Oh,
trips the
wait, was
grabber
it
into
this?
the hole that he dug. So he
It's
dug a
on-
hole in the hallway, put a piece of because there was like 5 or 6 rugs that were in the room next to him by the toilet. So he digs a hole and puts the rug over it so you can't see it. And
Hits him with the telephone receiver.
when the grabber comes down, he never really pays attention to anything. He just really pays attention to Finney. So
Mhm.
he could have done anything in that room. I don't think he would have noticed. Hits him with the phone receiver. He uses the broken phone cord to trap him. When he falls into the hole, I think the grabber, I don't know if he breaks his ankle or sprains his ankle, but he hurts his leg some way or another.
Yeah.
But Finney, when he's choking him, Finney snaps his neck. Before that,
That's got to take a lot of struggle to break somebody's neck. To be a child and break a grown
Yeah.
man's neck is crazy.
before he does this, though, he takes the receiver and puts it to the grabber's ear, when the
Oh, and then
grabber hears all the
voices.
boys.
Yeah.
Because they used to say things to Finney.
Mint.
This is your last day. I can't remember how he puts it.
Yeah.
This is your last day on Earth. So they say all these lines to the grabber. So
I bet the grabber was so shocked. He was like,
Yeah,
"What the
like,
heck,
what?
bro? Where were you guys when I was talking to you guys?" Phone.
some of the best scares in this movie. What do you have on your? What do you think some of the best scares are?
Oh, when he wakes up and the grabber's just
Sitting there
watching him, and then he starts talking to him and saying, "I just like watching you sleep." Or that made me really uncomfortable. Oh, weirdo. It wasn't really scary, but it was
Very
weirdo.
unsettling and creepy, and
Mhm.
yeah, that one would. And then waking up to your dad beating your little sister.
Oh,
That was very strange.
The
Yeah,
grabber's first abduction. I think wasn't the grabber's first abduction like the paperboy or Vance? I don't know.
Well, I think that's the first one we see. Is what it's
Well,
saying.
the first one we see
But
that we're actually
yeah, he
watching.
did.
It kind of sucks that we didn't get to see how the other boys got kidnapped, I guess. But then that would have been a very long. Sorry, yapping your ear off.
No.
That's what a podcast is for, isn't it?
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about the characters in this show. Who was your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Robin. Robin is my
Robin.
favorite character.
I do like Robin when he beats the crap out of that bully and then stands up for Finney.
I just love.
That's great. I like Gwen. She's
Oh,
so funny.
I love what she said to those two detectives when we were sitting in the
Oh,
principal's office. It
I
was
love
really
that.
funny.
That is
So funny. I was dying of laughter. It was not even supposed to be that funny, but it was so funny. I was crying. I don't know. I think I was like, I got no sleep, and I was just crazy. But I'd say Robin is my favorite character. He's just a great character. I like him. He's funny. He's beating everybody up, I guess, which isn't good, but well, yeah.
who's your least favorite character?
Oh, that's hard. I'm in the Black Phone 1, I was very mad at the dad, but in the Black Phone 2, I liked the dad in the Black Phone 2, but in this one, no. He just made me really mad. So I'd say the dad, I forgot his name. I'd say him.
Dad.
In the Black Phone 2, he didn't really show up too much, but he was good. But the Black Phone 1, no. He's probably my least favorite character. Other than that, I don't know. Also, for my favorite character too, I thought the grabber was really good. It was really creepy.
Yes, Ethan Hawke did a
Very
very good
well.
job. Did a very good job in this film. That's for sure.
Oh, 1000%. Technically, the whole cast was great.
Oh,
Everybody did really good.
Everybody did very well. They knew what they were doing. They knew what to do. So, who had the best performance?
Well, I'd have to say the grabber, because the grabber, all the boys, Finney, Gwen was really good. I bet that they were all good. They were, when the dad is beating Gwenny, it was like, that scene was really good. She played it very well for just a little girl.
He did really well.
All the boys, when they were talking in the phone, what they said was really good, really well. And when you could see the boys, it was really well too. It was really well made. The movie was good. Finney, well, gosh, he did a good job at when he was in the basement. His acting was really good.
Yes, he made it very believable.
I felt like I was actually watching somebody get kidnapped. Like, gosh, it was. Who do you think?
Best performance. I really agree with Gwen. She did a great job. Young girl doing that. She did a great job. Finney was very believable, but I have to give it to the grabber. He
made it so creepy.
He did, and he didn't yell. He didn't get super angry. It was just quiet, slow, quiet and reserved. Not reserved, but just wasn't very. He didn't have to talk loud or nothing. He just was kind of quiet and monotone and just.
The way he put words into sentences and described stuff or something, the way he talked was just so weird and so perfect for a kidnapper.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
For the best, that was a great vision of what I would have thought of the grabber. But yeah, great performance.
yes.
I can't believe it only got an 81. I wonder if any movies are 70s or 60s.
Oh, like,
or maybe even 29. Gosh.
There's some low scores.
I think I have seen one that was like 29. Dang, that movie's gotta suck if it's crazy like that.
Yeah, it can. But you also have to understand some people like movies, some people don't. So it's only based on so many people reviewing it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can't you give it a score? Oh, then. So what if I did a score on the black phone and it went up to 83?
It could go up. It would definitely.
Probably. I don't even see people ever really do Rotten Tomato scores anyway, so it might go up.
So
imagine not liking the black phone.
Well,
this movie is so good.
Some people don't like it because of
what they're like.
Because your mom doesn't like it.
Mom did, yeah.
Because it's about kidnapping and killing children.
Mom is she doesn't care about like kidnapping and probably adults. Well, she does, of course. That would be bad. But she really cares if it's children because she doesn't like hearing anything about children because it makes her paranoid about us.
100%. That is one bad. There's one thing about this movie that is just knowing that the children are getting kidnapped and killed.
When we're watching it, 10 minutes in, she's like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
I think I turned it on the other day when I was watching it, and she was like, no. Yeah. Like, so, some dumb decisions made by the characters in this film.
Robin. Why was he walking up to a back of a freaking warehouse or whatever it was? Oh, you could have survived.
It said he was taking a shortcut.
Girl, you never take shortcuts in sketchy places, especially when there's a kidnapper on the loose.
So Bruce sees a strange man in a top hat with black balloons, and the grabber asks him for help.
Dude.
After dropping his groceries.
I get it. People are nice and they would help you, but like, especially for somebody in a van and they look like loony, and they're like, can you help me with my groceries? And there's a black van that's open that they could push you in at any moment. No, I'd be running for my life.
Especially since kids were already disappearing.
Like, dude, you gotta be careful. You can't let anybody.
If everybody knew the grabber was in their neighborhood.
Come on, Finney. You were smarter than this.
Kids shouldn't.
Well, they're all smarter than us, but they still clearly.
Kids shouldn't approach strangers by themselves, and then just the parents knowing that these disappearances are happening, and it's specifically happening to children.
I wouldn't let my kids walk alone.
No.
I would pick them up for a while because that's scary. I wouldn't want my kid disappearing.
But also back in the 1978, children generally had more freedom. They were taught to help adults.
Oh, right.
So Bruce, he just didn't have any reason to think, oh, this guy's going to take me.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, this guy just dropped his cane in the middle of the road. Should I help him or no? He might be a kidnapper.
It's difficult. It's a hard line.
It's hard to tell because they're so good at it. Because they've clearly done it.
It's a hard line to walk because you never know.
There could be somebody, the nicest person that you will know, and then they'll grow up to be like a serial killer or something. I don't know.
People said that Ted Bundy was a really nice guy and they liked him. But
when me and Mom were at the gas station and I was going in by myself and this random old man paid for my stuff.
That is weird.
That happened the other day, 2 days ago, I think.
So another dumb decision, I guess, if you want to call it that. Finney never fully tests the door to get upstairs. He assumes it's locked, being impossible to escape through
And he
there.
figured it.
You think he would have tried to figure out if he could use the door, but
I would have
again,
definitely tried. But and then if I would
he's
try, but
right.
and then I would definitely realize I'm like, oh, what if he's standing right outside? Which he technically wasn't, because you had to go upstairs and through a
Yeah.
door, and that door was always closed because, well, he had his brother, so he couldn't
He had to
leave it
keep
open.
it. Plus, that's what helped keep it soundproof. But Finney was terrified.
Injured.
He was under threat by the grabber, so he was just panicking and paranoid that
He was.
any little thing he would know about or hear or whatever. So
He probably never knew what was going to happen, because one thing he could be sleeping, and, well, the grabber could be beating him or something, trying to kill him or something. And he could be going to the bathroom, and then the killer would come straight at him and something. He would feel on edge. He'd never take a shower afterwards.
all right, here is the segment I like about the bit of a production breakdown. It is not necessarily the actual breakdown of what it costs,
Estimated.
but it's estimated. The studio doesn't release this information, but just this is an industry source estimation. Principal photography lasted for 5 weeks, which kept the costs low. Here's the breakdown. So above line cost, which would include the cast, the director, the producers, and the writers, which is 4 to 5 million. This covers, again, the director, the co-writer, Robert Cargill, the rights to the adaptation from Joe Hill, and the producers, and the cast salaries. Ethan Hawke was the biggest name attached. He has often accepted lower upfront salaries for Blumhouse films in exchange for creative opportunities or back-end participation. Helps keep budgets manageable.
Because, like, the Blumhouse films, like, the productions, they always have the best movies, like Five Nights at Freddy's,
They're doing
The Black Phone, and a bunch of others that I will not name because I probably don't know.
Their Mouse is doing a pretty good job with these films. So.
Oh, yeah. And crew and production, also. This also cinematography, lighting crew, grip department, whatever that is, sound department, assistant directors, script supervisor, transportation, catering, production office staff, and filming took place in Wilmington, North Carolina, which what we already said. And offers experienced crews and lower production costs in Los Angeles.
Sets, locations, and design, 1.5 million to 2 million.
Camera, lighting, and 1 to 1.5 million.
Makeup, costumes, and practical effects, 700,000 to 1 million.
Wow, that's like cheap for makeup, because they had good costumes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
At least they made it
So
look like it.
yeah, no. So as you brought up earlier, the legendary Tom Savini, one who helped design the map for this. He's done The Dead, Friday the 13th, Maniac, The Burning, Prowler, Creep Show.
Whoa! You're going.
Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
He did Friday the 13th.
Mhm.
Oh no, he like did
the
the
original.
makeup.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was a special effects artist.
Dawn of the Dead. That sounds really.
Dawn
Oh my
of
gosh,
Day
he
of the
did
Dead.
so much.
Tech 2. That is.
Well, still, there's a 2.
There's a lot of those. Yeah.
Oh lord, I'm gonna watch all of them. I've only watched one.
So yeah, he was.
Because Texas Chainsaw Massacre was crazy. I was like so good.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, up and down, forward and backwards, and everything was happening. I was like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
slow down there. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yes, production, which included editing, sound, and the score and color, was 2 to 3 million.
Insurance, legal, and
Contingency,
was 1.5 million.
which brings us to our estimated total of 16 to 18 million dollars.
Are we almost done? I'm dying of heat.
So what
worked?
I did look up here some of the quotes from the movie. Often quote this. It's for you. That's when Finney gives the phone to the grabber.
Oh yeah, I
he's-
remember that.
When he's
Mm-hmm.
the grabber, would you like a magic trick? The grabber also says, "Tell me your name. I almost let you go."
Dude, where are you reading this at? Oh, I can't see.
Bruce Yamada. Someday is today, Finn.
Hang up the phone now.
Yeah, the grabber. Call me Finn. That's what he tells him when he asks him his name.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorites from Gwen. What she says to the detectives. Yeah, I took him down because I'm the grabber. You dumb fucking fart.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Um, when she wakes up dreaming that I think didn't give her anything, she goes, "What the fuck?" And
No.
what is a? You want to know the story about how I found you, man? And he's like, no.
No.
Bruce encouraging Finney.
Yep.
Yeah, when Gwen is by the police. So, what worked on this film?
Acting was great, really good. Everybody did so well. Like we said, the grabber did really good. Finney, he did great too. Gwen was really funny and did really good too. Robin and all the boys did great too.
It's considered one of Ethan Hawke's best horror performances. He had controlled menace. He didn't raise his voice. I was saying he was calm. So conversational tone is often frightening than shouting or being violent. He was unpredictable. His physical performance, even with much of his face hidden, he conveys emotion through his posture, subtle changes in his voice, way he says things. He has restraint. It feels disturbingly realistic. The scariest thing about the guy isn't what he does; it's that you never know what he's going to do next.
Ooh, that's smart. Yeah. Gotta lock in with that.
Finney, young actor, lead role. He carries the film remarkably. His fears feel very genuine.
Sorry.
Yeah, his fears are very genuine and melodramatic. Do that in the microphone. And then Gwen. There we go. People consider Gwen to be the breakout character.
Breakout character?
Yeah, she has toughness and vulnerability.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Very funny.
Very raw and authentic. She brings energy to every scene. Makes the audience see her search for Finney. In your opinion, without Gwen, would the film The Black Phone be a solid thriller?
Oh, sorry. You're talking to the viewers, not me.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
In your opinion, and we can ask the audience to answer this too, but but without Gwen, do you think the film would be as solid of a thriller as it is?
Without Gwen?
Yeah. Do you think she contributes that much to the film? If she wasn't in it, do you think that it would be as good?
It would have not. No.
That's
like, without being good. Yeah, like, she made it funny. She figured out where all the bodies were. Well, she did figure out where the bodies were. She, like the police would have known if she didn't, well, he would probably get out and have to make his way home, but, they would have never found out. He could have collapsed anywhere because it was so...
Would you would you put into helping find your brother?
Yeah, I love my brother.
I didn't say that you did.
Probably not for my sisters, but I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I just realized that.
It's okay.
I don't think they'll care. Sorry, guys.
So, the atmosphere in this movie is one of the greatest strengths.
What's the greatest strength?
The atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere.
The film, a strong feeling of dread without relying on excessive gore or nonstop jump scares. From the opening scene, it establishes a world that feels both familiar and deeply unsettling.
I like the filter they used. No, I made it
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know if they used a filter, but the editing was really good. Probably did, but it was really good.
No, it's good. The grabber had a very frightening presence. He sits quietly upstairs. He doesn't. I mean, sometimes he does go to the basement just to watch him, which is
creepy.
He was outside the basement. When he talks through him to the door, he's just very calm about it. He's not.
I think he's one of those calm not serial killers. I mean, I think he's one of those calm kidnappers I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Well, that might not be true. I haven't heard of all kidnappers, but for now, he's one of the most calm because usually they're crazy and really weird. He wasn't. Yes, he was a weird, but he wasn't yelling at him all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
They didn't
This
rely
one's
on
long.
they didn't production actually built and dressed a practical basement set.
Wow.
It was concrete walls, weathered floors, a worn mattress, rusty fixtures, a disconnected black phone. Because the actors were performing in a real space, their movements and interactions felt natural, adding to the film's claustrophobic atmosphere.
Were they CGI?
Who?
The kids.
No, it says right here the ghost children were created primarily with practical makeup.
Oh, I see it, because it says instead of elaborate eye ghosts, the filmmakers used pale skin tones, bruising period appropriate clothing, like from their generations, I guess. Digital cleanup when needed. Each child retained their own personality, making them feel like victims rather than generic horror apparitions. Then there's blood effect.
Yeah,
Well, not much, but
blood
cuts.
effect, minor injuries, fight wounds. The effects were applied on stage, blended seamlessly with the performances. There were physical stunts. The actions were practically. So the basement fight was the falls, the struggles, and any of Finney's escape attempts.
All real, I guess.
So the filmmakers favored real stunt work over digital enhancements.
Dude, imagine like seeing that in real life and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like you're just like standing at the window just watching, like, I guess, out the window, neighbors, I guess, I don't know. And all you see is just this kid and a bunch of cameras and a random creepy dude with a mask on running at that kid. Like, I'd be like, oh. They probably knew, though, because they wouldn't just do that. But I don't know. I need to stop mumbling so much. Everybody keeps telling me to stop mumbling.
Yeah, I try to edit a little bit out if I can. Unless it's pertinent to the story, then I'm like, yeah, let's use it. So this, it worked. It was one of the film's unsung heroes. The director and cinematographer used the camera to build rather than simply capture the action. Almost every shot is designed to make the audience feel trapped alongside Finney. So the claustrophobic framing, the camera becomes noticeably tighter when he's in the basement. Close-ups, it captures his emotions. The tight composition makes the room feel.
One thing that we never see is like, we never see a full of the basement. It's always just clips of the basement, like around everywhere. We never really see like fully.
Yep.
But yeah.
The basement camera makes it feel suffocating.
I'd definitely be.
I'm sure the room was fairly large to fit the camera, the director, and everybody in it, but
yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
The way that they could height, it made it seem very, very, very small.
And they did a great job.
Oh, very, very well.
Dude, like, imagine when Grabber's standing at the door and like he's like Finney's actually really from any like. He's like talking and like Finney could probably barely hear him. He's like, what? I'm just kidding. But yeah. Like, I bet it was far, like the bed and.
I'm sure there was some space because they had to fit the camera and everything in there.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh my god. This is one of the longest episodes.
Which is good, we need to do those. It is warm.
I was also dying when we were out there too because I also opened the dishwasher. It was really hot and it made it worse.
Okay. The lighting, the way the lighting and shadows, the lighting is natural and so instead of brightly lighting every corner, the filmmakers used soft, dim basement lighting, deep shadows that hid parts of the room, natural daylight through the basement window, and a warm, faded lighting in the neighborhood scenes. The darkness isn't so heavy that you can't see what's happening, but it's enough to keep everyone uneasy.
Are we almost done?
You'll be fine.
I'm actually dying. Like, it's not even funny. My arm getting itchy. Long takes build suspense. Rather than cutting rapidly during tense moments, many scenes play out in longer takes. This allows audience to scan the room for danger, anticipate the grabber's next move, sit with tension instead of getting relief through quick edits. But the result is a slow burn style of suspense. God, I can talk. Jeez. Okay.
So they used very good placement. They put it at the top of the basement stairs, looking through the partially open behind the objects in the room, and then a POV of Finney's view. These angles reinforce the feeling that someone is always watching, or the danger could appear at any moment. One of the most effective choices is how the grabber is introduced. Isn't immediately shown in dramatic close-ups. Instead, the camera presents him almost like any other adult in the neighborhood, making his polite behavior feel unsettling rather than obviously sinister. As the story progresses, the camera slowly reveals more of him while still keeping an air of mystery.
Black phone as a visual focus. The disconnected black phone becomes one of the most The disconnected black phone becomes one of the movie's recurring visual anchors. Whenever it rings, the camera often pushes in slowly toward it, on it longer than expected, lets silence build before anyone answers. And by repeatedly emphasizing the phone, the filmmakers turn an ordinary object into something ominous.
So they tried to create contrast between the worlds. So two different environments here. They had open streets, bright daylight, children playing, wide shots that suggested freedom. So inside the basement, it was confined, low ceilings, muted colors, and tight framing. This contrast makes Finney's imprisonment even more oppressive.
What's the next one? The color palette. The avoids bright, saturated instead it leans on browns, grays, olive greens, mustard yellows, muted oranges. These earthy tones recreate the look of late 1970s while giving the film a worn, realistic texture. I also like how they did that because it made it old, which was what they were going for, and it made it like seem even creepier on how they made the world look, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, it was good. If they didn't do that, it was. I mean, probably wouldn't be the best. Nothing is better than the black phone. Just kidding. Just kidding. There's probably more, but I like it.
So what worked really good for the villain in the movie, The Grabber? One of the biggest reasons Black Phone stands out from other modern films, horror, is the villain. The Grabber he's not a supernatural unstoppable slasher. He's a human predator, and the realism makes him even more frightening.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What I like about this film, which is also what's very terrifying about this film, is its realism it can be real. I mean, there's people out there who do this stuff.
Yeah, there's like people that are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like Michael Myers, but for the most part.
Or like that killer that was inspired by Dexter, decided to do what he did.
Yeah, that would be.
Which didn't work out because he got caught.
I think he'd be caught pretty fast.
Yeah, he did. I think he got not that long later.
But yeah, Ethan Hawke does a really good job in the performance of this. Yeah, he has restraint. He doesn't do excessive.
He doesn't yell.
Yeah, he's not yelling.
Or constantly chase.
He doesn't chase. He does. And he does actually. He does actually get outside once, but the grabber gets him.
When he was sleeping and he unlocked the door and he ran.
But the villain, softly, he moves deliberately. He's calm under pressure and switches his moods without warning.
I feel like he does that so like Finney can start to go down and then he can just jump and do anything at any moment.
You never know what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, and him being so calm and not really having any emotions just makes it even more scary and unsettling and not. But yeah, when somebody's calm, you know what to do next. Like it makes it even.
Yeah. No.
But it was scary. It was scary.
Yeah, he relies on, of course, in the mask we've talked about. It's got different pieces and different parts. He can smile, he can frown, he can be angry or blank. Another thing he uses is the balloons.
I liked how the balloons were like black instead of red.
Yeah, he distracts. The
black balloons made it even more crazy, weird.
The balloons are usually where they're being used for sinister.
Mm-hmm.
So the grabber relies on force after kidnapping. Or sorry, he doesn't. He rarely relies on brute force after the kidnapping. Sorry.
Yeah.
Instead, he manipulates Finney through uncertainty. He invented the naughty boy we talked about.
Yeah.
He leaves Finney guessing his intentions. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And he's never predictable.
Mm-hmm.
You're always asking, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I was like, next, is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna die? I don't know. Yeah, the way that the grabber left me with a lot of questions during the movie, but at the end it was.
So some plot holes that they're not necessarily considered that. It doesn't have very many major plot holes, but just more questionable.
Not a lot of CGI either.
Yeah. So one thing that is, why didn't the police search every house? Why didn't they investigate more? Why did they just, if they would have homes, especially the one across the street from where the grabber, or sorry, not the grabber.
They would have to have a lot of warrants to do that.
Yeah, but where Max was, I think if Max was in a house.
God dang.
But yeah, they should have searched all the houses.
I feel like they didn't do that just because it was back then, and they didn't really have a lot of be able to see who it was the DNA testing or the autopsy or whatever it's called. But they didn't really need to do that in this situation. They just had to search a bunch of houses because they didn't know if he was dead or alive or not. Yeah. But they didn't even really check anything. They didn't even really care much.
Yeah,
which that's just what it I guess.
The police didn't care. They were like, well, we're not gonna find him.
Yeah.
Another thing was, why didn't the grabber remove the phone? I mean, it was disconnected, right? Why did he? What do you think was the reason it was there? Do you think that Finney was?
I don't know.
Do you think that he was dreaming about this? Do you think he was actually hearing the boys? Do you think that, or do you think read something that people thought that the grabber was the one making those calls?
Imagine
that he was the one giving him that information. Do you think that it was? Do you think something Finney was hallucinating? He was dreaming. He was.
Maybe it was a part of the plan all along.
Could be. Do you think he
could have been to lead on to the black phone too, where he's like, "You really thought I was dead, didn't you?"
Yeah.
Because if the grabber didn't, there wouldn't have been black phone 2 anyways. So that doesn't matter if I said that or not.
And then why leave the basement? So he left the toilet lid, which Finney used to hit him in the head. Why would he dirt? Why would he leave dirt?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one made out of sheetrock. I mean, the whole basement was cement walls, other than one wall that led to the freezer. Why was there a freezer?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's weird.
Come on, bro.
Why would there be loose cables? There was a cable underneath the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, the phone receiver. You could use it to beat somebody like he did. So.
I mean, you can clearly strangle somebody with.
Yeah, the cord
clearly worked.
Yeah, I don't think that they would remove everything that you could think of that somebody could use to hurt you. But each item by itself is harmless, but together they combine they ultimately come his ultimate freedom.
Maybe he left the stuff there because he was like, oh, I'm gonna make there's a way that he could get out, but there actually isn't. But ended up getting away out.
The one thing that the grabber
I didn't expect it.
Yeah,
because he did that so many times.
Yeah, the one thing that the grabber does throughout this movie. Well, sorry, once he grabs Finney and puts him in the basement, the one thing he does is he underestimates him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Finney is very smart and pays attention.
I mean, clearly, he knows that Finney's a smart kid, but
yeah,
I guess he didn't really pay attention.
Mentioned this kind of earlier. The grabber didn't check anything else in the basement, in any of the rooms. When he digs the hole, the rug over it, the grabber never looked at that. And, he didn't look at me. Why is there a rug in that one before? If he would have noticed that, he would have seen the hole.
And then he would have probably...
And one thing I don't understand is how he flushed all the dirt down the toilet.
That was a lot of dirt.
Yeah, and he would have...
I bet that bill was high. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the water bill on that was high, and I don't know how he didn't clog the toilet.
Oh, yeah. I don't think... I don't in the toilet.
No, you don't put things like that in the toilet. So that scene that stuff you suspend you a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Gwen's dreams. So her pretty, but they never fully explain her psychic ability. Like,
They don't
why
explain the
does
show and let her figure
yeah,
out herself.
why does she have? I mean, obviously they kind of why her mom did,
Uh-huh.
and it only works in situations like she didn't exactly see us.
I will say, if um if you haven't watched the T and you've only watched Black Phone 1 and you're confused on why Gwen has these vision things, you'll definitely understand way more
In the
in Black
second
Phone
one?
2. I will say that.
It seems like they learned from not explaining it in the first one, so they put it in the second.
Oh yeah, the the visions definitely evolved in 1 2. Got way worse.
This goes back to the question I was asking: Is do you think how do you find all of those things, like the cord that he used, try to escape out the window, or the bike lock code on the wall, other than the ghost telling him in the when he answered the
I don't understand because like, what if none of that is real and he just like thought of that?
right.
Like I've seen that before, but like, how would he know?
That's my question: is how did he just search and find those things and then put it all together in some story in his head, or
But like,
you know,
I guess as Ghost Boy is telling him through the phone, but like, you never know.
yeah,
I mean, it
that's.
doesn't sound realistic, but
I guess
I
when
don't
you're
know.
trapped in a basement like that, you may hallucinate or think you're hearing things or think things.
But then also the grabber, he heard it too because of the
It-
at the end. It's just crazy. You never know. It just leaves you confused.
Yes.
A lot of questions.
One thing I do question: why didn't he escape earlier? But my question is, when he went upstairs in the kitchen. I mean, obviously, at first the sleep. Why wouldn't you look for something to? Again, I don't want to be
I will say,
horrible here, but wouldn't you look for a weapon to stab him or do something to him to keep him from doing anything? Or I don't know. I guess in that you're just looking to leave and not be involved in or
yeah.
not stay there and be anymore. You're just like, I just want to get out of here.
But I will say, because maybe Finney didn't try to leave so many times, because I've seen a lot of kidnappers where the victim keeps trying to leave over and over, and then they start panicking that the victim is actually gonna make it, so they just out of panic kill them.
yeah, true.
So maybe Finney was like, because Finney's a smart kid, so maybe he was like, wait, if I like wait, then something will go on, and then I'll be able to do something. Yeah.
So some weak scenes in the film. The police investigation feels unknown. I mean, the detectives appear they're mostly reactive. They don't uncover any meaningful clues.
Oh yeah, it's like all Gwen.
Yeah, much of the investigation is driven Gwen's visions rather than any detective work. The police never become major players in solving it.
Legs are sticking to the chair. Okay, I got it now.
The brother, Max. Max is late in the film. His investigation it seems a lot better than the police's, obviously. I mean, he's narrowed it down vicinity. But it's very short-lived. They don't really use him to their advantage, obviously, again.
Because he was doing drugs, and he thought they just thought he...
And he uncovers it before anybody. Obviously, he dies.
Yeah, he was just so close.
I mean, but not quite there.
He found him. He getting an axe driven through his head, which sucked. But yeah, that's why. And I don't know if I'm a great investigator or detective or anything, because I'm always scared that like I die too.
Yeah. So were not any notable issues on set other than the filming took place during COVID-19.
Yeah, we hate COVID.
Yeah.
We hate COVID. And the hint of it. I'm gonna try to say it. Yeah. It's crazy. Probably missed out or something, but Grandma Markle, she on a cruise right before the outbreak. I thought she was gonna get it. I was like, oh girl, stay away from me.
Yeah, luckily she didn't get it.
Oh, that would have sucked. I had COVID like once.
I had it a couple times. I do remember officially a doctor did officially tell me you have COVID.
I think you probably blew this out too, but Kimmy, she had COVID not long ago, actually. I think like a month ago. She was like we were sitting next to each other. She was like, "Yeah, I have COVID." I'm like, "I'll go back to my seat. What are you talking about?" Because when we had one class, it was CTE off topic. But the teacher would always let us sit next to our friends because she didn't care. She barely cared about anything as long as we did our work. But me and Cammy did work. It was pretty good. Except for one thing. To do this like project thing, and my teacher did it. Like, you could save it on your thing, but like she deleted it so I could back on it, so I couldn't submit anything. So I didn't actually ever do that. And I asked her about it before, but she didn't do anything. Okay, my bad. Let's get back.
COVID-19 complicated the production.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest hurdle pandemic. The child actors were cast through Zoom auditions rather than in person. Safety protocols during COVID, scheduling and makeup work. Ethan Hawke's his life cast for The Mask was taken at his home office in New York. He wasn't comfortable traveling for the the masks were sculpted in Pittsburgh and returned for test fittings.
Yeah, it was like, I wouldn't travel. Gosh, you could get so many diseases.
Yeah, it was scary. Me and your mom traveled. We all did twice. So me and your mom went to Hawaii.
That was during the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was that long ago.
And then went to Disney World during the pandemic too. Our whole few did.
6 years ago. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah,
oh my,
crazy.
What the freak?
Madeline,
I feel old, and I'm not old.
Madeline McGraw's schedule delayed filming. She had a TV series called Secrets of Sulphur Springs. Rather than recasting the Gwen to somebody else, the filmmakers believed she was the right to postpone production for several months so she could join the film.
Dang, several months? Gosh.
Building the Grabber's mask during COVID, like I said, it took a lot. Multiple versions of the mask were built.
30?
30 masks, different scenes, stunt work, and beads. Yeah, Cast and Finney took a lot.
Glad they picked Mason for it. I think his name is right.
Yes.
I know somebody who looks a little like him, but I can't remember which one's who.
The director of Young Actors. Before they selected Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
There were no major problems. Unlike many horror productions, there were no widely reported injuries, conflicts, disputes, overruns on the budget, studio interferences, or significant production shutdowns.
Yeah.
Like I said, the principal for about 7 weeks. They were on schedule.
Dude, we've been doing this for like almost 2 hours.
Yep, hour and a half. So Ethan Hawke, he like I said, he was a villain. But he intentionally kept his distance from the young cast during the filming. Rather than joking around between takes, he preserved the unsettling aura of the grabber so the children's reactions would feel more genuine on camera.
Yeah, just like it.
Yeah.
You know,
Bill
because they didn't see him until they started filming.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would have been horrified. Weren't they like actually like crying and like being really...
Yeah, I believe that's what it said. I believe that's what we read.
I would have felt so bad if I was him.
Oh yeah, I think he did.
He did feel, and I thought, he did only, didn't he? Wasn't talking to anybody.
He wasn't involved with the other cast. So
I don't even know if he was. I can't remember if they said that.
So here's a new segment that I kind of thought of. So a nightmare. What scene do you give?
I bet Grandma's gonna be really excited when she sees that I did it again.
What scene would give you nightmares? And anyone out there can answer too. But what would give you nightmares?
I actually did have a nightmare about it once, but I'd say, I mean, mainly I just had nightmares about me seeing the grabber and the grabber grabbing me.
Sure. No, I can get that.
But
yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Getting 100%.
I mean, well, kind of watched it.
But would also very terrifying.
And I was like, I was like 11 when I first went, so it really scared me really bad. Because I was like I's age when I watched it, so it scared me more than it does now.
Going into that, I guess. Do you think you could survive this movie? What do you think yours?
I've taken a few karate lessons. I'm just kidding. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I'd be smart in the situation, but probably not.
Yeah, I think everybody would think that in a lot of ways. I feel like I would try and
I would think
fight him,
that
honestly.
I would like claw this guy.
Yeah.
Get off my face.
Try and stick my fingers in his eye and blind him or something. Do something.
That's always what I think of doing first. Whenever somebody tries to grab me or something, I'm always like, I'm gonna.
Could have kicked him in the balls and they didn't go down.
I mean, I would say if it was usually it's not.
Yeah, it's statistically
like,
always a male. Sadly.
I would. Yeah, that sucks.
Stupid, man.
I would definitely go for the eyes. Well,
with a man, I would go between the legs first, and then
because like
which
if
should
it
bring
was a
him
man,
down.
then he goes down
Yep.
because then you
then
can
get him
do
in the eyes,
yes
or whatever. Yeah,
I'd like
probably. Yeah,
if you
punch
punch
him,
the
throw
rope,
him.
like their like breathing could go weird.
I
and
would-
then you'd,
I would do that, and also in the ears, like
if somebody
like
grabbed me
that.
from behind, I'd go back. What's it called?
headbutt.
Headbutt. Yeah, I do a headbutt because I don't care if I get knocked unconscious, just so I'm safe. Okay, guys.
Hopefully,
Actually,
you'd be safe.
that would suck if I went unconscious. Because what if he wasn't? But yeah, I would do it as many times as I could just so
Yeah.
he could like drop me.
No, I agree there.
Once I felt even a tiny bit loose, I'd break free and I'd like start running or something. I mean, I'd fall because
run, ball. That's the typical.
gosh, yeah. But if I did a bunch of like behind me,
Well,
then
you
I'd probably be lazy. But
yeah, you'd be-
I tried to run as fast as I.
True.
But oh my god, I hate when people fall. I hate when
They always fall.
I mean,
It's
I
annoying.
thought Sydney was smart. She's like, oh, I hate when they go upstairs. And then she went upstairs, and I was so mad. I was like, girl,
Yeah, why
take
did
your
you-
own advice.
Yeah, pay
Gosh.
attention.
But yeah,
I looked up.
I would never go in the basement. I would go straight out the front door or the back door.
Yeah,
Depends on if, like, imagine if Ghostface or the grabber was at the front door. I'd go straight to the back door, probably hop the fence or something, depending if there is a fence, and then I'd go straight, go to
just run,
the nearest
run,
nearest place or something.
run out of the.
I think it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because when those people like ran away from the thing and they went to that like trailer, I think that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, turns out like they were in on it or something,
Oh,
or they knew the persons. They were like, oh well, we actually know, like you're cooked or something. Like, but yeah,
I looked up is any other people considered for any of these roles. I mean, obviously, like Ethan Hawke. He.
dude, Ethan Hawke wasn't casted for the grabber. Like, it wouldn't even. I don't even think it'd be that good.
I was gonna ask you, do you could
Oh.
name anyone who could have portrayed this role like he did, as good as he did, or similar to how he did? Do you have any thoughts?
Probably not. No.
I feel like
I mean, nobody can really match what other people really.
no, but I think I was thinking of this that I think Heath Ledger could have done a good job similarly to this. I mean, he did a really good job as the Joker in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, then he would have definitely.
I do feel like the way that Ethan Hawke kind of acted in his whimsical kind of way, I feel like Johnny Depp, which I don't know if I consider him a villain, really, but I feel like he could have maybe pulled it off a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't feel like he's done a bad job. He was great. I don't want to take him.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want to recast him. I'm just saying that there was
I would
anybody.
never recast him. I wouldn't recast anybody. Like,
No.
very good.
And yeah, nobody else. There was really no other people. Like they did audition hundreds of kids for the roles. Ultimately, the ones they chose were the ones that they
The
thought,
ones who played it best, in my opinion.
yeah, they thought they could.
I mean, that people would have different, or definitely maybe even better. But the way that the cast that was picked did it just made the movie way better. Like, if somebody either tried too hard or too little, like, nothing could compare to the finalized cast. So,
Sure.
in my opinion. I don't know.
Director. I just wanted to go over Scott Derrickson, a few movies that he has directed. Hellraiser Inferno from 2000, The Exorcism of Rose 2005, The Day the Earth Stood Still in 2008, Sinister from 2012, Deliver Us from Evil in 2014, Doctor Strange 2016, obviously The Black Phone in
Yeah.
2021, and most recently The Gorge
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Is it scary?
I don't think it's a horror. Maybe
I
I
couldn't
don't even know
remember.
if thriller is the right word, but
I mean, it
intense,
sounds
maybe.
familiar. I had I've never seen any clips like people say they liked it or something like that. But no, I've never really.
So
I don't know.
another thing I looked here was home media figures. So in on outside of the box office, what made in the box office. Most studios don't really release the figures or media revenue, but these are some of the things that I found that kind of gives you an insight into it. Um, so again, it was released digitally it was released on DVD and Blu-ray on August 16th, 2022. 4K Ultra release October 3rd, 2023.
Wow.
The first week disc sales during its first week on DVD and Blu-ray, it's over 34,984 copies. Revenue from that was $855,603. It was the number 3 best-selling DVD and Blu-ray that week. According to industry tracking of the numbers, the film has generated approximately $2 million in its
Wow, and
Blu-ray and
just
DVD
DVDs?
sales.
Pretty good. Maybe I should create a movie.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be too money.
So there are no figures or any way to see how it was digitally purposed. So whether people purchased it on a Apple TV, Amazon Prime Video, Google TV, or anything like that.
There's Google TVs. Google makes everything at this point.
Yeah, there's no way to know how it was or how many digital rentals.
I bet Google makes those.
Yeah, soon. Or whether or not any of the Peacock streaming licenses.
I bet Google's making houses.
Oh, I'm sure that they have.
They probably, yeah, they most likely have.
Um,
Google's been around for so long and everything.
The Black Phone has made about $2 million in publicly tracked U.S. disc sales. That's just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't include purchases, rentals, or streaming revenue.
My God.
Which likely adds several $1 million more to the film's overall profitability, since the movie cost only $16 to $18 million to produce, and it grossed over $161 million worldwide in theaters. Every additional dollar from the home entertainment significantly increased its profitability, making it one of Blumhouse's strongest financial successes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we have a rating system here on Popcorn Nightmares. How many nightmares would you give this movie? 0 nightmares, not scary at all. 1 nightmare, spooky but nothing to lose sleep over. 2 nightmares, some good scares, a few jumps.
3 nightmares, scary stuff. Definitely sleep with the lights on. Oh, that's a typo.
What?
Oh.
Either way.
That doesn't matter, I guess.
No.
4 nightmares, super scary. Had nightmares for days. 5 nightmares, terrifying. I'll never watch again.
Get that one in.
Why?
This is my chair.
Oh, my bad. 5 nightmares, terrifying. Never watch again.
So what do you give this movie?
I didn't have nightmares for days, so I wouldn't give it a 4. I'd say like a 2 or 3. I didn't sleep with the lights on, but like, I guess I had to.
You can give it a 3.
2 or 3.
I would say, as a parent, I would give it a 4. I mean, I didn't have nightmares, but obviously,
as a parent, knowing that what could happen.
Yeah, knowing you'd get kidnapped and then ultimately killed is very, very, very
scary thought. And, it's not
when you send them out to go to school or to go to their friends, and then kids like to roam the city.
Yeah, especially
friends,
I feel like this is targeted towards me. I love going out with my friends. It's really fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Hanging out with friends is good.
I never do anything crazy because I don't want to end up in a sad.
So we did that. Oh yeah. Anybody out there listening? Do you guys agree with our ratings? You guys want to share what your rating would be of this movie?
What's your favorite scene?
And what movie? Give us ideas.
Oh yeah, what movie should we do next?
And give us ideas of what we should do.
But we need more.
Yeah.
For future.
Tell
if we ever run out of movies, which we probably won't because there's a lot.
Tell us what your favorite scene is. Let's you can like us, listen to us, subscribe, whatever all the things
subscribe,
are
hit the notification bell, thumbs up.
Yeah,
Like the video.
We're on Spotify, TikTok, Amazon, Facebook, Apple Music,
Click the bell. Just kidding.
Instagram. I'll have to like and subscribe, do all the stuff, and
God, I didn't know we were on that much stuff.
oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that. I guess you guys do. Thanks for joining us on Popcorn and Nightmares. If you enjoyed this episode, follow or subscribe or anything else. Rate and share the show. Until next time, grab the popcorn and embrace the nightmares.
Good night.
Good night.